Hi, this is MC of Healthy by George. I come to you every Thursday and Sunday. Sundays, I talk about my weight loss journey, and Thursday, I talk about our health and wellness as we get older. Please think about subscribing. I would love to see you here and join me this Thursday and Sunday of the coming year, of this end of this year.
Welcome to Healthy by George. I want you to know that this is for informational purposes only, and it should not be considered as medical advice, nor does it have anything related to my employer. So it's always best for you to check with your own medical provider before you do anything that I recommend or for any medical treatments. So please join me, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode.
So today is the first Thursday in December of 2024. We literally have a little less than 4 weeks before we welcome in 2025. And so the things that I'm thinking about are what can I do to prioritize my longevity? Because really the truth is that as we get older, we become more and more at risk for developing frailty, some mental health problems, some physical health problems, other kinds of issues that show up of chronic illness, chronic pain. And so we know very little as researchers about how to help us with aging, how to really improve ourselves. I think that we know that there are some components. There's this DNA methylation, which frankly, I don't really understand what that is. Epigenetic aging, I think that this is like a messaging in our cells that tells us what we were exposed to across our whole lifetime. I'm not sure what that is. I think we understand what inflammation is that things are on fire and they're not calming down. And it can be because of multiple factors of what we're doing as far as our lifestyle. There's this accumulation of senescent cells, which I think are things that our body can't get rid of fast enough because as we get older, it's less functional. And then this issue of our mitochondria, as it declines, it becomes less effective in renewing our cell process. There are some drugs that are looking promising. The GLP-1 drugs, interesting. Metformin, I'm not sure about that. Rapamycin, I know they're starting a study about rapamycin looking at inflammatory issues in people who suffer with long COVID. That's an exciting study. And this thing about polyphenols and some other things that we're looking into to find out how can we understand more about our aging and help ourselves stay functional into our older years. Because truthfully, only about 5% of men reach into their 80s. And only 10% of women reach into their early 90s. And it's a crapshoot as to who really can stay mentally functional and physically functional unless you really are putting in the daily effort of doing things with your lifestyle that are going to help you as you get older. So what are those things, right? The 3 top things that we must make a priority to do every single day. 1, move. We have to become physically more active. We need to do less sitting. We have to increase our muscles. We have to increase all of those things that make us physically more fit. I know for me, I have not made this a priority. And frankly, what happens is the more you sit, the less your body is going to be able to do. You become what we call deconditioned. You lose muscle, and you lose muscle with 2 things. As you get older, you're losing muscle no matter what. And then if you're not doing any moving, guess what? You're losing more muscles. Let me tell you, I am really going to take on this issue of muscle and strength as a priority for myself in 2025. I'm going to get a DEXA scan and see what my muscle to fat ratio is. I've been recovering from a major surgery, so I've put it off until the early part of 2025. And then I'm going to make the things that are about eating and eating more whole foods another priority. Moving is 1. Nutrition is 2. Those are the two key factors that we can do to help ourselves every single day is to eat more healthy whole foods. Healthy whole foods, things that have less ultra processed ingredients, things that would increase our inflammation. The more we see these things that are not whole foods, that come in a package, that come in a box, and they are processed, and they have a list of things this long on the back that we can hardly pronounce, guess what? We got to say bye-bye to those things. I'm even giving away some of the protein bars that I purchased because seriously, do I really want to consume the ingredients that are listed there? Even if I am in a hurry or have less time to prepare, I think I have to rethink that. I need to look at cleaner options at all times. So this has to become a priority. Moving every day. In fact, not only is it moving every day, we need to move every hour. So if you're sitting for a little while, get up, move for 2 to 15 minutes. Even if it's just to move around the apartment, walk around the block, do some jumping jacks, whatever it is, we must start moving. And I say this more for myself than I do for anyone else. So it's moving. And then it's eating clean foods, whole foods, okay? I know that for me, guess what? I love fruit. So I'm getting myself some pre-cut mango chunks. Frankly, I'm doing what I can to eat foods that are whole. And I know that where they came from, the ground, or if it's a protein of some kind, that it was pasteurized, it was eating green grass, that it was raised in a very humanely way so that I'm not consuming something that has high levels of any kind of inflammatory hormones that would cause me not to be healthy. So making that a priority, our food, our movement, and then finally, our mental well-being. I don't think we know how much our mental health is a contributory for our wellness. Knowing how we think and how we ruminate about things, are we really so much in the past about regret or so much about the future, about fear, less about being in the present moment? Making ourselves mentally a priority is a huge thing. And for me, I think of this on two levels. One, do I have a mental health wellness practice? And for me, there's two things. I have one, a daily practice of meditation and journaling, two things that help us with our mental health. I also have a monthly therapy session. Okay, so those are three things that help me with my mental wellness. I also have dear friends where I can let go of some emotional venting just for a little bit. Sometimes we just need to release it and say it out loud and recognize that our thinking is toxic. That's really what it is that somehow we're letting go of that toxic thinking and recognizing by having a dear friend hear us and go, that's not you. Let that go. You don't think like that. That, I think, is key. Having some friends that you can share mentally, healthily, where you are, how you feel, what's going on in your life is a tremendous value. So, my friends, as we approach this final month of 2024, why don't you reflect on how you are spending your time every day? Do you have a physical practice? It doesn't have to be much, let me tell you. Really, as little as possible if you need to be. 2, food. How can you let go of some of the ultra-processed foods that you are consuming every day? Take a look at the ingredients on some of these packages. Are they full of things that you can't pronounce? Really rethink that, and maybe that's a place to start. I know for me, that's where I started. Looking at the ingredients and going, what is that? Is that something that I think will contribute to my wellness? And 3, what are we doing for our mental health? Are you someone who really ignores how you are feeling, your emotions? and it freezes you from taking action in your life. I know for me, for a long time, that was a part of my dynamic until I really encountered these two beautiful ladies, Yo-Yo and Keisha of the Three Ladies podcast, which please shout out to the three ladies. Check out our YouTube channel. I truly became inspired to stop letting my fear hold me back. And that belief inside myself that I was not enough was a lie. So what lies are you telling yourself? Let's let them go in 2025. How about that? So be well, my friend. You have this one precious life. Let's live it intentionally in 2025. And check me out. Come and subscribe. Join me here every Sunday and Thursday. Bye-bye.
So thank you so much for joining me at Healthy by George. I hope you found the information inspiring and that it encourages you on your wellness journey. Because remember, your body, your well-being are a most precious gift, and every tiny action taken daily can make a huge difference. I hope the information here is educational purposes and is not meant to replace your medical care. See your doctor and talk about what works for you. If you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Your support means the world to me, and it helps me continuing creating content that inspires and empowers you to live your best life. Goodbye for now, and join me again at the next Healthy by George.